5 perfumes that convey elegance and mysteriousness. It's all about the mystery with these 5. All 5 of these, it goes without saying, are of a darker, richer, olfactive personality. These are not for the proverbial faint of heart. These are not your easygoing, carefree, mass-appealing, mass-marketed DNAs. No. These are always going to be on the darker side of things. They perform incredibly well. The longevity on all of these fragrances is beyond superb. And I'm telling you, if you wear any of these 5 fragrances, people are going to realize that you mean business when you walk in the room. These are not easygoing fragrances. So with that being said, I do want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of perfume-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. And preemptively, because I know some people are going to ask, all 5 of the fragrances in this list are unisex. None of them are marketed for men or women, with the exception of the one that's in the number 5 spot, which at the end of the day, I still think can be worn very confidently by a woman, because I can inevitably make comparisons to some other feminine-leaning offerings that employ a similar DNA. But truth be told, all 5 of these perfumes are quite exquisite. If you want to convey a sense of mystery and elegance, please check these out. And I should also mention that, especially with regard to a lot of like the higher end designer fragrances or the niche offerings, you can probably find them at scentsplit.com. This is not a sponsored post. I'm doing this because I utilize that service myself. So I'm going to drop links to ScentSplit down below when applicable. So definitely check it out. You can purchase full-size bottles. You can get samples, try it on your own skin, and see how it works with your skin chemistry. Now, I know one of the ingredients that definitely always convey mystery and elegance is the note of oud. Sometimes it can be a little bit too aggressive, especially when it leans in an animalic direction. But in this fragrance, the mysteriousness is through the roof, and it's an entry-level oud. This one by Gucci is called Intense Oud. Now, Gucci has some darker offerings. Believe me when I say there's Vanilla Firenze. There is Gucci Guilty Absolute, which is a very dark, smoky fragrance. Kind of reminds me of the smell of Band-Aids, which is why I never really cared for it. And I don't even know where my bottle is, to be honest with you. But Gucci Intense Oud is a wonderful entry-level oud fragrance. I think it has a certain mass appeal about it that is to die for. And I personally love wearing this one in the colder weather. I know it's been around for a long time, and I believe this one is marketed for the gentleman. But this is one that, truth be told, can be worn by ladies alike, especially if you like some of the darker olfactive profiles. Now, this is one that I've spoken about before on my channel on a number of occasions. This one is Amber and Oud by the Dua brand. This is a beautiful, resinous, smoky amber fragrance. It is so rich. It's so enchanting. It is so thick, too. The amber in here is so beautifully done. One of the best ambers I have ever tried. And this one is actually inspired by a very popular Kilian Paris fragrance, which is now discontinued, which is called Amber Oud. So, of course, they reverse engineered it. They put out their version of Amber Oud. This one is called Amber and Oud. And let me tell you something, this is absolutely stunning. It's incredibly inexpensive. I forgot what I paid for this, but it wasn't much, right? This is a 30 ml bottle, which I know the size has gone up since then. I think now it's like 33 or 34 mLs. And it's Extrait de Parfum strength. So it's very, very strong. Now listen, I love this fragrance too. This is another oud-based offering, but this one is so rich and resinous. I am getting this labdanum resin in this fragrance, which is very mysterious, very exotic smelling, almost with like a hint of vanilla. And this one is Burgundy Oud by Atelier Materi. Beautiful little bottle. And this is, I believe, a Extrait de Parfum. So it's a very strongly concentrated fragrance. And I love this so much. It reminds me a little bit of More Than Words by Xerjoff or Rose d'Arabie by Armani Privé. It's in the same family as those fragrances with more of an emphasis on that note of oud, but it's so beautifully done. Burgundy Oud by Atelier Materi is incredible. We also have in the number 2 spot Noir de Noir. Now, of course, there's a lot of mysterious Tom Ford fragrances. Black Lacquer is one of them. I don't own that one. I just don't see myself wearing it too often. Like, it's interesting, but it's not a favorite of mine. I can live without it, certainly. And it's very dark, it's brooding. There is a Dua counterpart that I've also picked up and that I would recommend because it smells very similar to the original, except you're going to be saving hundreds of dollars. So it's a no-brainer there. But Noir de Noir with the rose, the patchouli, that chocolatey vibe that's in there. It's a perfect balance between mysterious and also sensual. But in the number one spot, this fragrance, I have been wearing this so much, and it's so incensey, it's warm, it's resinous. It spotlights this myrrh ingredient. So it's a very confident, very dark fragrance without utilizing ingredients like birch tar that make it unnecessarily smoky. It's not overly dark in that sense. But let me tell you something, this is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance, one that you absolutely must try. If you're not wearing this one yet, please get yourself a sample of this. If ScentSplit has it, run. Get yourself a sample of it because this is so beautifully well done. And it's so rich. And it reminds me of a little bit of Oud Wood by Tom Ford, a little bit of M7 by Yves Saint Laurent. It's just such a gorgeous fragrance. I will probably make it my scent of the day again today. This one by Bon Parfumeur is 403 Myrrh Shadow. Once again, an extrait de parfum. Not only are these 5 fragrances incredibly mysterious, but they're also super long lasting, which is something that I can't necessarily say about every fragrance out there. Certainly I own a lot of eau de toilettes and I own fragrances that don't last a heck of a lot. But all 5 of these fragrances are so mysterious. And again, it's the resins, it's the oud, it's the woods, it's the smokes, it's the incense, it's the amber, it's all of these dark and mysterious ingredients that are really putting that mysterious foot forward and really creating this ambiance that is kind of dark. At times, one might call them gothic. Certainly, I do find these two to be gothic in a way. But they're all quite beautiful, and I'm just really happy to have all 5 of them in my collection. All 5 of these are perfumes that I wear with regularity, although I will admit I do have to wear Burgundy Oud a bit more. I've been neglecting that one over the past few months, but again, a gorgeous fragrance. I suspect that I'm going to be wearing it a lot once the season changes and, you know, the fall weather is upon us, which I mean, it's going to be here in a couple months, right? Before you know it, it seems like the year is flying by and it is what it is. So listen, I do want to take a moment to say thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and for taking my recommendations on these 5 incredible, mysterious, yet also very elegant fragrances. A lot of them are, all 5 of these, if I'm being honest with you, are special occasion fragrances in a way. They're not your bright, outgoing, happy-go-lucky citrus fragrances. So I really hope you can get yourself a sample of these. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I hope you took something of value from today's episode. And once again, if you did, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and of course, giving this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really, really mean a lot to me. And kind of like I said before, I do upload videos on a daily basis. So please don't miss your opportunity to check out coverage on brand new fragrances, brand new releases. I mean, I'm going to be talking about stuff that is literally coming out. And just to prove a point, here's one that I recently picked up. Can't talk about it yet. There's an embargo, but I get a lot of the new designer and niche fragrances well before they launch. So anyway, thank you for watching. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And we'll see you tomorrow with a brand new episode.